Welcome back to some new r/malicious compliance stories, where people comply to the letter, but not the spirit of a request. I hope you had a great day. The first story is called Repair Croats. My husband and I bought a boat in a storage lot to flip. We spent months of time and buckets of money to fix her up, and we were getting closer to being done. The work included painting and rehabbing the mast, which was being stored in a cradle next to the boat. It was well inside our space, but it did extend beyond the boat itself a few feet, so we marked it with a neon orange safety cone. Just days after painting the mast, my husband called me from the storage lot with the news that someone had damaged it. Turns out the facility's camera caught the red trap guy driving right into the mast, knocking it to the asphalt, drive over it, stopping, then back over it. Naturally, he didn't leave a note, but his truck was easily ID'd, and he fessed up when confronted. He didn't want to go through insurance, so we worked up a figure based on us buying used gear, most of it not cheap, to replace what was broken, and do all the work ourselves for free. I think it was less than $1,000, and anyone who knows boats will know what a bargain that was. Even so, he decided to go through insurance after all. The agent who called us needed a quote from our business, not just our scribbled estimate, so I contacted our local cheap boatyard for a do-it-yourself quote. They'd just stored a mast while we did all the work. That bumped the total we were seeking to about $2,500. We spent 5 months trying to get the agent to respond, and when he finally did, it was to say they couldn't accept an emailed quote. It had to be an attachment on letterhead. He all but called us liars and scammers, who could have had their buddies supply this fake-looking estimate. No, company policy required at least 2 quotes on letterhead to move forward. I confirmed that he would not be able to process our claim without those 2 quotes. Correct. I also confirmed these yards could be anywhere in the state. Correct. I warned him the new quotes would be significantly higher, but he snidely said that was fine, as long as they were on letterhead. Having worked in the boating industry for most of my life, I knew exactly who to call. The 2 most respected, i.e. expensive, boat yards in the state. These quotes included the yards doing all the work, replacing all damaged gear with new, storage fees, and transportation to and from our storage lot. Both were hundreds of miles away. Unsurprisingly, he called as soon as he got the quotes, asking if he could pretty please use the 3rd yard's quote. Oh, you can't do that. You might get in trouble since it's company policy, right? We've got to follow all the rules, lest someone thinks we are scammers, right? He wasn't happy. A week later, we got a check for the original quote that we scribbled down for the red trap guy. Guess the agent decided to see if we just went over after he called us liars and cheats. No way. I called our insurance, who got on the line with the other agent and gave him what for. 2 days later, we got a second check for the remainder. I'm sure someone spit on it, but I was happy enough to deposit that $14,000. The next story is called Pharmacy Order. I'm one of the folks who are afflicted with chronic pain and multiple different things that require medications at different times. It's lame, but I'm glad there are things I can do to help myself. A couple of years ago, I moved in with my girlfriend at the time, now wife, and had to transfer pharmacies. The closest place to our new house was a pretty low-traffic major generic pharmacy. So I figured, cool, that's easy. I work from home, and I can pop in during the daytime and pick up my meds. Mostly this works out. I need to pick up maybe 3 or 4 prescriptions per month, and it usually goes exactly according to plan with a minimum of fuss. Except when it came to one medication. It's a very mainstream medication. If you live in the US, you've likely seen terrifying ads on a regular basis. I'd been taking it for years. They have a handy auto-injector pen that makes it virtually painless and easy to take. So I was very confused when I picked up my first prescription from the new pharmacy, and it was a bottle of the medication with a simple syringe provided. Not a huge deal. I could make it work, but it hurts a lot more to inject that into my stomach than it does to use the pen. So I asked the pharmacist about it. She had no clue what I was talking about, despite the fact that my doctor's script clearly said injector pen on it. I tried to tell her what was happening, but she said she was too busy. And if in the future I didn't get the injector pen, just don't pay for the script and send it back. So a month went by, and I ordered my prescription again, making sure to call in and request over the phone that I have the pen instead of the syringe. I went and picked up my order. They are visually identical, unless you open them up. And before paying for anything, I opened it up and saw that it was the syringe again, and asked him to send it back and reorder the injector pen for me. The pharmacist came out in a huff immediately, demanding to know why I had opened a product that I didn't intend to accept. I told her that was literally what it was the same pharmacist, told me to do last month. You said to check it before accepting, so that's what I did. She was agog for a moment. The open box was going to cost her pharmacy over $4,000, but she then remembered our conversation. I'm extremely tall, so I stick out I think, and grumbled and shuffled back to her pill lair. I now get my prescription from a different pharmacy. That's a good 1-minute drive away. The last story is called Right Here. This summer, I flew out of state to visit and vacay with an old friend who happens to be a doctor. When I got to his house and unpacked, I realized I had forgotten to bring a prescription medicine that I needed to take every day. He said it was no problem and called a prescription into the pharmacy at Walmart. Then we went out hiking and playing and getting dirty, dressed kinda outdoor scrungy. When we were done playing, we went to the pharmacy to pick up my pills. I went to the pharmacy counter while my doctor buddy stood back behind me. It probably looked like he was the next customer in line behind me. Honestly, we both looked kinda grungy from a day of fun. The young lady behind the counter tried to look up my prescription. She dismissively said she couldn't find any record of it in their system. Frustrated, I sarcastically said, "Well, if my doctor were standing here, could he write this prescription for me?" She said yes, so I smiled, turned around, and motioned to my doctor buddy to come to the counter. As I said, "Well, he's right here." He stepped up, identified himself, asked for a prescription pad, and wrote out my prescription. The look on her face was priceless. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. And if you have time, watch another one of my videos. And now, I hope you have a great day. See you soon. Bye bye.